cool kid. They're cool kids. Today we're going to talk about a very sad story. So I want you to prepare yourselves, because what happened is very disgusting. Okay. And luckily, thanks to a good company, there's still a chance for people who drop money on this Kickstarter that I'm about to talk about to actually get they're offering the print files, STLs I think they're called, for free to all the backers. They're also going to run a second Kickstarter and give a discount to previous backers. They're talking about, we don't know the details yet. Nobody knows anything yet, but it's a possibility. Now, the Kickstarter is Lasting Tales Fantasy Series 2 from Blacklist Games. And what happened there is unacceptable. It's why I am done with crowdfunding unless it's from a company I trust. It's a very short list. First of all, let's talk about that. Kickstarter isn't worth it anymore. And I'm going to show you with this video why. One, okay, when Kickstarter first started, right? You could get a pretty good bang on your buck with the minis. You could get exclusive stuff that you couldn't get anywhere else at a good price, a price you couldn't match retail. That is no longer the case. Even the games and companies that are trustworthy and deliver on time, and we're going to have a package coming very soon from one of the companies I trust, and I will show you that. But this company you're about to see is not one that I trust, but the company that bought out their rights, I do trust. And we'll talk about that too. I actually have some of their minis, quite a few of them actually. Probably pretty much everything they've ever made. So, well, it's me, guys. So, now these were advertised on Amazon. Everything you're going to see here was purchased on Amazon at pennies on the dollar of what I originally paid when I backed. And but I got to tell you the whole story. So we're going to start at the beginning. Blacklist Games has several outstanding Kickstarters, okay? And they are not going to fulfill, folks. The guy, Alex Lim is his name, by the way. I'm going to drop names, I don't care. He basically what he did was he ran a giant scam. Now, again, that's my opinion. I'm not giving you investment advice, but he ran a gigantic scam. He started 2 Kickstarters. Now, in my defense, when I backed this one right here, yeah, I was watching videos on YouTube, this very channel, this very interface, showing this very product right here that you're about to see. I'm getting it 3 or 4 years later. Now, why is this important? Well, when I backed it, that meant that, people were already getting it, and I backed it in the second Kickstarter. So it was like they were offering the old stuff in the new Kickstarter. Anyway, so I ordered it. I ordered the Fantasy Series 2 and Lasting Tales, which was a book, an adventure book, which had a really cool gaming system. I thought it'd be really neat for tabletop, right? Now, like Warhammer kind of, tabletop game. It was pretty good. And I guess it's available because I backed it. That I could get it online, an e-version of it. But I wanted a book. I paid for a damn book. I want the book. I'm a book guy, okay? I don't want all these tabletopminis.com, whatever. What's that run? I don't know. It's some website that they run it off of. I'm sure that's all great. It's a nice, it's nice to have a reference material, but I want my damn book. Well, anyway, this Alex Lim guy, okay, he got over $1 million on this Kickstarter. I think it was almost $2 million, but I think it was $1.3 million. I don't know. It was over $1 million. This guy, this dude. There were 2 Wonder Twins. They weren't twins; they were brothers that were in on it with him. They were designing the game and the miniatures and stuff. Alex Lim was just this, he was the head of the Hydra. The 2 Wonder Twin brothers left the project early, and that was like an ominous sign. But they did put out a digital version of the book that I was supposed to get. Now, the miniatures are never coming. They're not happening. But another company did buy them out, Wildspire. Okay, they bought the intellectual property. They did not get the molds. The molds were never made. This Alex Lim guy, right? And I don't want to fudge any details. This guy, he didn't give any molds to Wildspire. I do know that. Now, whether there were molds made with that 1.3 or whatever $1 million it was, no one knows. No one knows anything because you have no rights. Okay, hey, I'm sorry. I hate to tell you this. When you do a crowdfunding project, you sign away, you piss away all your rights. So anybody, there's this whole gaggle of autistic people on these message boards. I don't know if they're actually autistic, but I think they are. And they sit here and they'll tell you, oh, you knew the risk when you did it. Well, here's the thing. When I paid the shipping, right? Shipping wasn't included in that risk. And they always add on things afterwards, a lot of these things. So, yeah. That wasn't included. That's not part of the Kickstarter. So I think there's a little wiggle room here. But these Kickstarter companies, they do not care about you. And I can tell you, I'm going to name names. I don't care. I don't. I really don't. Peterson Games. Yeah, I backed all the games except for their Dinosaur 44 game. And I'm not getting any of them. Like, they didn't even finish Cthulhu Wars Onslaught 4 or whatever it was. They haven't even sent the corrections. They screwed up the couple of the factions there. They haven't sent corrections out, okay? So some of the factions and stuff, they're almost unplayable. I mean, there's workarounds, so that's whatever. But they didn't even finish Cthulhu Wars Onslaught 4, and here's the thing. There were some people that backed Cthulhu Wars Onslaught 3 in Germany, and last I heard, they didn't have their German translation stuff. So I mean, you're talking damn near 10 years ago. Okay, now that's Peterson Games. Kickstarter, I remember when I backed it. This is a company Kickstarter loves, it says, because they'd had so many successful Kickstarters. Well, it turns out they were running a Ponzi scheme the whole time, basically. We'll see how it turns out, but that's what it looks like anyway. So yeah, what these companies do is they'll run a bunch of Kickstarters, spend the money from one Kickstarter to complete the other one, and then yeah, you're on the hook if you're on the tail end. Soda Pop Miniatures did this. Mythic Games is another one that was notorious. There's been a bunch of this. They're big backings. There are some of these games over $1 million raised, not one damn miniature. And then here's what happens, and this is where you guys come in. Go to Amazon.com. You will find both of these boxes at amazingly cheap prices. I paid $87 for everything you're going to see here, okay? Which is way under what the Kickstarter was. As a matter of fact, when I Kickstarted, it was for the book, Fantasy 1, 2. It was like $350. So yeah, you're about to see. This is probably $150 worth of minis, $87. Okay, and that's just how it is. That's just the way it is. It's on Amazon right now. Apparently, they sold all their back stock, and these are the items you get. And we're going to open them up and look at them in another video, I guess, once I get done belly aching and crying. So, this Lim guy, Alex Lim, he's in California, by the way. I don't have his address. If I did, we wouldn't be talking. This guy has been stringing all these backers along for months, years. Years, literally years. Then he goes and sells it to, what did I say that company was? Wildspire. Sells it to Wildspire. Wildspire has to go in the comment section and tell us that this item has been sold. They didn't even know what they got themselves into, because then all of a sudden they start getting backer hate. Well, it was misplaced, of course. Wildspire, they're a good company. Like I said, I own probably everything they've ever published that I've seen. Okay, so, some of their stuff's a little niche and cutesy-wootsy for my taste, my sensibilities, but they deliver. And, yeah, their stuff's good. So, but they now own all the rights to all these intellectual properties. So they own the sculpts. They did not get the molds. They must have got the molds from Fantasy Series 1, because they are making Fantasy Series 1 packs. And these are kind of an idea of what the minis look like, guys. All right. So they are good minis. I did watch the opening videos, like I said. So the company's legit. The minis are legit. The only thing the company wasn't legit. They screwed over the Fantasy Series 1 backers because they didn't pay the shipping. So if you wanted this, you had to pay QM shipping, and you had to pay them for the storage and the shipping to your house. And I think it was like $50. A lot of people, it depended on where you were. But the first wave that they shipped out with, and the videos I saw when I backed Fantasy Series 2, were Europeans, people from Europe, EU. Everyone from EU got their stuff, as far as I know. But it was everybody who wasn't from the EU who didn't get a dick. And they had to pay. Well, if they didn't get an email from QM saying, hey, I got your stuff here, they got dick. They got nothing. And there were a bunch of people like that. And they're all over the forums. Go to Kickstarter.com, type in Blacklist Games, type in Fantasy Series 1, and then go read those message boards, and you'll get a kind of an idea of what went down. Not exactly kosher with this Alex Lim guy. Well, it turns out Alex Lim has had several little shenanigans like this. Other board games, other companies. This is not his first go with this sort of thing. So, yeah, don't let anybody fool you. This guy is a menace. He's a menace to all things miniatures. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's okay. But here's my real problem. These things fold. You sold all your rights away by doing a crowdfunding. Everyone gets paid before you. Everyone. Literally everyone. The factories in China, the scumbags who ran the scam, they get paid a salary. And as long as that salary, and they pretend like they're doing something, like this Alex Lim guy. What do you do for all these years, this Fantasy Series 2? And what do you do? Well, I'm sure he got a salary. Same thing at Peterson Games. Everybody there was getting paid. They had a whole staff until they finally admitted, oh, shit, we have a problem. Right? And then they fired everybody, and everybody was mad because they fired everybody. Oh, at last minute, right? Well, at the end of the day, those people that got fired, they didn't get screwed. At least they had a job. They got paid a salary. Everybody who backed Peterson Games, they're the ones who got screwed because they didn't get a game. I'm in like $1,400 with those cats, and I got nothing to show for it, but a lot of stress because they kept pretending like they were going to come through. Same thing with this Alex Lim guy. This guy was putting on updates. So that's the rule on Kickstarter. You just got to pretend you're doing something. There's another company called Lazy Squire Games pulling the same shit. Okay? I'm going to call it out. I don't care. I'm dropping names. I don't care. What? Show me the game. Prove me wrong. You ain't showing shit because you ain't got shit. All right? Kiss off. Anyway, so yeah, that's my rant about Kickstarter and crowdfunding. And I got to tell you, you get less bang for your buck, more risk. Don't do it. If you don't know the company, don't do it. If you want to play a hunch and you want to gamble, you're welcome to do that. I've got more miniatures than I can damn paint. Okay, and I got more miniatures than I can pay. But if you're wanting a good deal on miniatures, go to Amazon.com right now, and you're going to get, we can open these up, like I said. Let me know in the comments if you really want to see. But we've got a whole crap ton of miniatures, cool minis here, that I really hope you guys get on there before they run out. Actually, this one's pretty much open already. Let's open it up. I don't care. Let's let the video run. Let's let it be a long video. I don't care. Yeah, these people, you know, I am done taking these people's crap. But I'm going to tell you, the worst is these little skeety little slugs on the comment sections on those crowdfunding sites. I had one little slug in particular sitting talking to me about how I used the wrong word, because I didn't say the word they wanted when describing how I purchased, because I said a purchase, and they said, no, you're a backer, it is not a purchase, and they went on and on about it, and I basically told them to kiss off. Like, they were screeching like I don't know, dude must have been autistic. But there's several of those. They're all over the place. There's nasty people all over these crowdfunding sites. It's bizarre to me. It's like, you know, and here's the thing. I backed a lot of stuff, guys. And most of the stuff I backed dollar-wise has not come in, because I keep backing shit like this. And if you want a game, if you really want a game, I would suggest card games and stuff like that. I'm sure they have a better, because plastic is expensive. Oh, wow, look at that. That's a crap ton of minis right there. Look at this. So this is a really good deal. This box cost, I believe, $69 plus shipping, plus tax. You're altogether $85. But look at all these minis, man. Are you seeing that? Hold on, let me take that plastic stuff off so you can actually see what's going on here. But these are packaged in such a way for easy storage. I don't know if I'd paint this and put it in here. Actually, that's not bad. It's not in there real tight. Let's have a look here at the quality. But this is one of their Hell Nights, I think they called it, or Dead Nights. I don't know. They had names for all this stuff. If you go to the Kickstarter, you can see. Yeah, so these are undead. So they're kind of, this is a Warforged kind of automaton thing. They actually call them automatons. Here's a ghost. Right? So that's a cool translucent ghost. Let me put that next to the WizKids ghost so you can check it out. Actually, I don't have the ghost, but I do have a WizKids Wraith and a Spectre. So we can kind of... So there's your Wraith, there's your Spectre. Here's their version. If anything, it's these are WizKids, so WizKids tend to run small, and these are running pretty big, but that's okay. That's fine. Like I said, WizKids runs a kind of a true 28 to even almost a large 25 millimeter. That's millimeter, guys, on the scaling. Which is also, I believe, about 28 X on the, scaling for size, actual size. I think it's around 28X. 28X is small. All right, it might be 24 though. I don't really recall. Here's a gargoyle or horn demon. I'm not sure which. Cornigan could be. This might be a water weird, but I believe they called it a smoke snake. But with the right ink, it can be whatever you want it to be. And that is the key. All right, guys. Now, there is a renegade trying to sneak around here. And I did say we were going to run this long, so I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and just, take this. And we're gonna go through them. There's a half-orc paladin. So yeah, there's little PC characters. Oh, I lost a spider. Oh no, that's a fire cricket or fire beetle. Fire beetle. There you go. Cool fire beetle. There's a giant... Oh, a warthog. There's a little warthog here. Yeah, we're actually going to look at these. There's a monk. This is a Fist of the North Star. No, it's just a human monk. But, you know, pretty cool. Here's a Dragonborn. They obviously didn't call it a Dragonborn, but they'd have called it something close to a Dragonborn. There we go. Half dragon, maybe. Here's a Hellborn or Hell Fiend. I don't know. They had a special name for their tieflings. But there's a tiefling doing tiefling stuff. Here's a half orc. Yeah, and this is all just in the first tray. I got a bunch of trays here, guys. So, but, you know, these review videos have been out for a while. Look, there's a Hellborn priest or wizard. Not sure which. Or Hell Fiend. They got a special name for it. There's a lot of little PC characters here. Here it looks like a human rogue. Female. Lots of details, lots of fun. Here's a druid, clearly. Might be an elf. Certainly looks like an elf. And here is a dragonborn looking, or could be a lizard man, possibly shaman type character. Yeah, very cool. So the scaling's a little different, but on some of these, like some are smaller than they should be and larger, but it's not bad. It's not, it's great actually. For the money, you're not going to beat this. This is, as a matter of fact, if you guys are still watching this and not buying it, you're not really into minis too much. I can tell you that. This is an unbelievable deal. So, let me pull these out for you. See what we got here. Oh man, yeah, we got nice selection here, I tell you. Here's a little, what are you? A little halfling? Yeah, a little halfling fighter. You can never get enough halfling fighters. Let me look at that. We'll check that out to the old Hasbro scale. I believe I have Hasbro scaled halfling paladin sitting here. I thought I did. Here's a Mythic Games mini. This is a Myconid. A toadstool wizard, I think they called it. But so, you know. And we'll compare that. Here's a Reaper. You know. To give you kind of an idea of what you're looking at here. Oh, here she is. I found her. Yeah, I knew I had one. All right. This is the old Hasbro line. Okay. That is Yolanda, I think is her name. Yeah, Yolandala, the paladin. Okay, female halfling. And I say that works. She's a little beefier but that's, more of a style thing. But the heights are right. So yeah, very cool. Halflings are hard to get right. A lot of companies mess that up, so that's a good thing. Definitely. These come pre-painted, and they're basically indestructible. I don't know about the durability of these, but from all the reports I've seen, they're fine. Okay, so these are just the freaking stretch goals. This is the actual set. Okay, this was what was meant to be retail right here. This is the freaking stretch goals. These are supposed to be Kickstarter exclusives. All right. I got this for $17. This for $69. But if you were buying these from Reaper, right? You're paying $2-3 a mini. Maybe $1.50 for the little ones. So do the math real quick. I think there's 76 minis in this box, but you're about to see why even that wouldn't even tell the tale, because in here are the large minis. You're looking at $10 up a piece for those if you were buying them individually. So I think if you're still watching this and you haven't already bought these sets and you like minis, I think you're really messing up. You're not going to get a better deal than $87 for both of these. I will put a link in the description of this video for you guys, okay? To both of these items. These cost $10. They are no longer available. These are sold out. Okay, and I'm not going to open all this stuff. I'm just going to give you guys a good look. We're 25 minutes in. Here's a bugbear. Here's a harpy. Harpies, you cannot get enough harpies. Okay, harpies are hard to come by, man. You don't see a lot of harpy minis and sets, honestly. Variety, now you get 5 harpies in this packet. And that's enough for any adventuring party, at least for one encounter. Here's a dwarf warrior. Here's a, looks like an elf ranger. Bard. There we go. Oh, look at that. Ornate staff. That's a lich. Got a lich here. Oh, man. I mean, there's just a lot going on here. A lot of different little designs. This one doesn't really... Okay, dwarf female warrior, looks like to me. I'm just guessing here. But it doesn't really fit in its slot. That's the first one I've seen that doesn't really fit where they got it slotted. Ooh, this one has a glaive. Human or elf? Maybe half elf. I can't tell, but definitely a female warrior. And the cool thing about this is you can paint these up any way you want. Right? So it doesn't really matter what they are. Some things can just... Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that. The innkeeper, guys. Can't have enough NPCs. Here's a druid. Yep. We got an archer. Probably an elf. Yep. Okay, so anyway, Fantasy Series 1, and then Fantasy Series 2, those minis do not exist. So if you're hoping for those, keep hoping. They will be offered by Wildspire Games eventually. They hope. So that'll be good for them. And they are doing crowdfunding to make those molds. Okay, guys? So if you really want to see that set, you need to crowdfund with Wildspire Games. They haven't announced when or anything, but eventually it's coming. Now look at all that. You see all that? Yeah. That is something. Also, there's some cards that go with a different game that we're offering. And that's a nice box, right? They really spent a lot of money making this set. The problem is they didn't have enough money to ship it. So here it is. Lurker cards for some game that another Kickstarter. For these minis. You can use these minis in that game with these cards. Okay? Now, we'll go ahead and go through these big ones. This is obviously a killer plant. We have a name for those. Do you guys know? It's one of those D&D game, the copyrighted names, but air elemental. There's a water elemental. Anyway, it's Shambling Mound, in case you guys... But, they would call it something else to get past the copyright. Water elemental. Fire elemental. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Let me compare that to the other fire elemental. I think I got one Annie, are you in the video? Annie. Oh, Turd wants in. Here's a fire elemental from these guys. Here's a large fire elemental from Reaper. Okay. And then this is the medium elemental from Reaper. And here is the Whiz Kids elemental. Now some of these have been painted, others have not. But there you go. So if you want to play with fire, there's your oh look, the Turd found a toy. Turd, did you find a toy? Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, don't steal my. What are you doing? Go ahead, steal it. Go ahead. Why don't you play with this one? That one too big? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh! 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 Are you actually chewing on it? Here, play with this one. Play with that one. Alright. Anyway, enough tempting the cat to destroy stuff. Alright, we'll put that back. This is the giant bear. It's a big bear. Dire bear. Roar. Here's a troll. Trolls are cool. Here's a naga. This is a little cartoonish, I think. Let's see how we look on our details. Not terrible. Not terrible. That's a little rough. That's rough. That's rough. Right there. That's going to require some filing and some putty, but it's doable. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Okay. Earth Elemental. We can compare that to the Reaper Earth Elemental, which I do have handy. Alright. So, the large Reaper Earth Elemental, which is very large. But this is a good, I mean, it's a good elemental. Good elemental. You know, and like I said, you're looking at $10 or $8 to $10 at least for these minis. Something like this probably costs you $15. This is a female giant. I'm pretty scared of her. She's a big. Look how big that thing is. That's a big old giant. Good details on it. Yeah. A little too much hair to be a stone giant, but how did I go in there? Oh, like that? No, like that. There it went. Okay. That's not even the biggest one, though. There's a bigger mini in there. All right, here's a Pit Lord. Looks like. But it could be a Demon Prince. It can be whatever you want it to be. A Devil Prince, rather. Either or. Here's an ogre. It kind of makes you wish there were more ogres, right? Here's a Reaper ogre I have handy. Or I had. No, I don't have a Reaper ogre handy. Huh. Usually I have a little Reaper ogre sitting there. But this is good. This is a good mini. Yeah. You know. And it fits right in, actually, this one kind of with the Wildspire thing, because the Goblin set I got with them had a hill giant or ogre type creature in it. Yeah, so that fits in pretty good, actually. All right. Now, for the last mini we're going to show in this video, and if you guys want to see the rest of the video minis, just shoot me a message. This is a big old dragon. That's a big dragon. This is, you know, it's kind of sad. Somebody paid for this mini, and now I got it. I actually paid for this mini, so I don't feel super bad about it. But the person who actually paid for this had nothing to do with that. So I do. But alas, that's where we're at. That's what we got. This is our Kickstarter now. It's been sold to Amazon. That dude cashed out. And the thing is, because Kickstarter is the way it is, no recourse. No, you can't sue Alex Lim. I mean, you could. Good luck. You signed that. Yeah, as soon as you paid for it through Kickstarter, you lost any rights. You really did. So there you go. So you better be dealing with somebody who's operating in good faith, who actually cares about producing something. Because if you're dealing with a nefarious character, you know, and he'll say, "Oh, I tried." So, well, nah, too much history of failure for that to be true. I think that's just my opinion, guys. I don't care. I don't care. But this is a very, very messy situation. That I'll say. Very messy situation that we're dealing with. I don't know what the resolution will be. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the best part. So Mr. Alex Lim, yeah, I'll say names again. I don't care. He says in order to ship the book, now keep in mind he got 1.3 million or something. That's not even counting late pledges, right? Because late pledges are a thing, guys. So $1.3 million to kickstart it. And he didn't even print the damn books. You know, minis take molds, right? Books do not take molds, okay? He didn't even send the cardboard. He did not make the cardboard. He didn't make a damn thing. $1.3 million. Didn't make a damn thing. Not one thing. Not one damn thing was made. That we have seen. There's no proof that anything was made. Okay? So, how about that for a scam? What do we think of that scam? Anyway, if you guys want to see what's in these boxes here, and here, right? The scenery pack, the door pack, these are sold out. But these are not. The big boxes are not sold out yet. I want to stress yet. Now, I want to thank Blanco for turning me on to this deal, which almost kind of makes up for, and it has nothing to do with him. He's a great YouTuber. You guys should. I'm going to put him in the description. But, yeah, this stuff right here is the stuff dreams are made of. Look at the size of that freaking box. It makes HeroQuest look small. You're getting this for $69. It's an unbelievable deal. Even if you don't like minis and you just want to try your hand at painting them, this is your entry point, man. This other box was $17. It's a little higher now. I think it's like $29 now. So, you missed out on a great deal there. But even at $17, I think there's 76 minis in here. So, you can't lose on either of these deals, guys. All right, that's all I got for today. I hope you got all the way to the end. If you did, good for you. Right, yeah, I did it in the comments. If you don't make it to the end, that's okay too. But Kickstarter and all that game found, all that stuff, whatever it is, I'm done. If I don't trust the company, I'm not backing it. The deals aren't there anymore. The stretch goals aren't really stretch goals, guys. They're not really stretch goals. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They were planned out, and you just don't get a lot of surprises anymore. If you do, great. If you get lucky, great. But it's not worth the risk. Buy it at your local game store or on Amazon when it goes on sale. When these companies fold, it happens all the time, guys. It happens all the time. Okay, I can show you so many board games that I bought deep discounts because the company didn't make it. It didn't even ship. The Kickstarters that fail, it all goes to the same place. Retailers at bargain bin prices. Okay? Sorry. I know you didn't want to hear that, but it's true. And yeah, your failures, instead of, like what I'm doing right now, I'm paying for something I already paid for. I paid much more for the original iteration than I paid for this. Okay? So keep that in mind. If I had never bought in, I wouldn't have to wait for this next Kickstarter, and I wouldn't have had to wait for these, or I wouldn't have had to pay for these what I paid and then pay again to get them. Okay. Now I do have the STLs coming to me, but I don't have a 3D printer, so who cares, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'll get a 3D printer. It might be practical for me. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on that. I do like to you hold these up to the light and they're translucent, right? That's always cool. That's why these were painted with inks and dyes instead of actual paint. Have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. If you cannot find them, do not blame me. I'm trying to show them to you. I am purchasing them. And like, share, and subscribe. All that jive. Bye, bye, bye.